What's going on, guys? My name's Josh and I'm back today with another movie review. I finally saw The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. And I gotta say, it was okay, but I did enjoy it. It's definitely not the best Conjuring movie of the bunch, but I had fun with it. You better watch out because it's time to get this review started. Let's go. Guys, also, if you could do me a favor, if you like this video, if you could please subscribe to the channel, I definitely appreciate all of your support, and please like this video. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It is a 2021 supernatural horror film that is now available in theaters and on HBO Max. This film is directed by Michael Chaves, and the film stars Vera Farmiga as Lorraine Warren, Patrick Wilson as Ed Warren, Yurari O'Connor as Arnie, and the plot of this movie is paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren take on one of the most sensational cases of their careers after a cop stumbles upon a dazed and bloody young man walking down the road. Accused of murder, the suspect claims demonic possession as his defense, forcing the Warrens into a supernatural inquiry unlike anything they've seen before. So going into this movie, I was super excited. I love the Conjuring movies. I definitely look forward to the new Conjuring every time they come out, and I'm always excited. And out of, now we have 8 movies. I definitely prefer the main Conjuring movies compared to some of the spin-offs. So I definitely was super excited going into this, mainly because, we have, it stars Ed and Lorraine Warren, which are my favorite characters in the franchise. So definitely was looking forward to this movie. And I gotta say, I did like this movie. It's definitely not the best out of all the Conjuring movies, but I did have a good time and I did enjoy it. So I definitely want to get into what I liked about it. So first up, I gotta say, for me, my favorite part of this movie is having, Ed and Lorraine in the movie, played by, Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga. I definitely love their characters, and yeah, if I was being haunted for whatever reason, I definitely want their help, and they're definitely what makes me excited about the Conjuring movies. So I was definitely excited that they were up front and center in this movie, and I definitely enjoyed, their storyline. They're definitely my favorite characters, human characters in this movie. Also, I like that in this movie, we get to explore some different mythology. We've already seen possession in the Conjuring movies. We've seen hauntings. So in this movie, it's a little bit different, though, because we're dealing with a witch's curse, which is a little bit different compared to some of the other movies. And I love that they explored that mythology and kind of this, devil worshiper and more of that human element, and how humans can also influence evil as well and bring on, demons. So I thought that was really interesting as well. And so pretty much what happens is it's a curse from a witch's totem, and the demon was summoned by a Satan worshiper, which is she's known as an occultist. So pretty much the Satan worshiper, she summoned the demon. So in this case, the demon was summoned, so it's less where the demon's possessed by its own free will, and more this demon's here because it was summoned by the witch, which I thought was really interesting as well. And it was cool just for them exploring something new. And also, one thing I gotta say about a human villain is also scary in the sense of a human villain can hurt you. So not only because they're physical, they can do you physical harm. So not only are they wishing stuff on you and causing you trouble, they also can physically hurt you as well, which is a little bit different. And that's a different kind of threat, rather than something scaring you. Being, attacked and someone trying to kill you is also very threatening as well. So I thought that was different, and it explored the human element a little bit more. And yeah, I thought that was a cool new take as far as what this movie brings different. Also, I gotta say, there were some cool scenes in the movie. I really like the scene in the morgue. We get to see some visuals of this kind of dead body coming back to life and kind of chasing some of the people. And I gotta say, that was frightening. If that ever happened to me in real life and a dead body from a morgue got up and started chasing me, that would terrify me. So I gotta say that was a pretty cool scene as well, and definitely scary. That definitely would scare me in real life. And I gotta say, I did have fun with this movie. That's one thing about this pandemic is I love my horror movies, so not getting many horror movies in the fall, I definitely been wanting them, so I was super excited, that we got a new Conjuring movie, and any horror movie I'm okay with, so definitely was cool, and I did have a fun time watching this movie in theaters. Now, what didn't I like about this? So I gotta say, one big missed opportunity, one con for me is the way this movie was presented, kind of by the trailer, even the plot I just read a few minutes ago, is they made it seem like this was going to be about a court case about, you know, this kid being on trial, and his defense is going to be a demonic possession, and that's going to be how he's going to get off. So I thought this movie was all going to be about the trial, and it wasn't that case at all. They definitely talk about the trial, but the movie pretty much takes place before the trial even starts. And then pretty much they talk about the trial at the very end of the movie. So just the way it was presented, I really thought this movie was going to take place over a trial and just kind of take the franchise in a new twist. Like, it was going to be more about the trial, and also, you know, Ed and Lorraine investigating and trying to help this, you know, help with this case. And it was just kind of, to me, a missed opportunity, because that could have been something to really make this movie more of its own, especially since this is the 8th Conjuring movie. I feel like they've done with Ed and Lorraine, you know, investigating something paranormal, multiple movies now. So I think a murder trial with someone, you know, them trying to get someone off for, you know, reason of demonic possession would have been a really interesting twist, and could have make the movie really fresh, and just kind of took it into a new direction that really made this movie its own. So I definitely feel like a way it was a missed opportunity. We've seen, well, granted, we have seen other movies do this in the past. I believe it was the Exorcism of Emily Rose. That was kind of similar, where it was about a murder trial and them trying to get, you know, I don't really remember that movie too much, but I know it was about a murder trial and demonic possession, all of that. And so that, granted, that has been done before, but it hasn't been done in the Conjuring universe. And like I said, this could have made the Conjuring movie this movie in particular, more unique. Just because I feel like we have seen a similar movie with Ed and Lorraine investigating something paranormal multiple times now. And I think at this point, the more that they keep making these movies, especially as we get these movies coming, you know, out every year, it almost seems like they're losing that spark that the original movie had. I love the original movie mainly because it's really, really scary, and there's a lot of build-up. It really puts you in the shoes of, what if this happened to you? What if someone was getting possessed? Or what if something was moving in the house? And it was a gradual build-up, but it really puts you as the audience in that spot of what if a family member got possessed. And I think that would be terrifying, and that's why those movies were so scary. It's because it puts the audience in those shoes, so you feel what these characters are feeling. And I just feel like as time goes on with these Conjuring movies, they're starting to lose that quality that makes them special. And I think it's less about, you know, the build up and really just making the audience scared and putting the audience in the shoes of, you know, something like this. It's just more about being flashy. Okay, let's just make a, you know, exorcism scene, and we're just gonna make it as crazy as possible. While it might be cool to look at, if the audience isn't scared, it's not gonna be effective. And I think with this movie, that happens a lot. I just feel like that's one of my other big complaints is I wasn't scared of this movie at all. I had fun with this movie. There was some cool stuff to look at, but I did not get scared in this movie at all. And compared to some of the previous Conjuring movies, I definitely was creeped out and on the edge of my seat more. And I just feel like I didn't feel that way at all in this movie. So these movies, I just feel like be becoming less scary as time goes on. And I definitely think they need to take more time and make the audience scared, because that's what the Conjuring movies are known for. Overall, though, I had a good time watching this movie. I definitely enjoyed it, and yeah, I had fun. And like I said, it's not going to be my favorite of the Conjuring movies, but I definitely recommend it. If you're a fan of the other movies, definitely check it out, and let me know what you think. One, did you guys see The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It? And if so, what were your thoughts on there? Did you like it? Yeah, and please leave your comments below, and thank you so much for watching.